Okay, we're going to open up a web document. I'm going to call it SD, whatever. We're going to go to File, Document Setup. Here we can adjust the pixels. We'll make it 300 by 300. Websites are like 850 to 1,000 or something, and the height could be 600 to 800, so gives you an idea. I'm going to hit Control minus minus. You can see down at the bottom, 100%. You know, when you're looking at things and they may be blurry, I'm going to go to Edit. Maybe Object, Crop Area, Make. Okay. If it seems blurry or whatever, 100%, that's what's going to be how it's going to be seen automatically on the screen in websites or whatever. But this tutorial is just kind of teach you a little bit basic about like cartooning, illustration, some text. Over here we have our pencil tool. You know, you got to familiarize yourself with all these, but drawing here, I'm creating paths, which I can mess with these little anchor points. But if I hit Control-Shift-A, it will deselect it so I can draw again. And say I want to, you can see that there's a gap there. I can right-click it while it's selected and hit Join. Okay? I can hold down my Control button, select both of them, and you see down here, this is the outline, the stroke. They're black. You can click here or hit the letter X on the keyboard and it'll go back and forth. And then you can fill those suckers in. Then I can hold down Control, deselect, or I can hold down Control again and select and hit Control Shift bracket. Well, let me Control Z. Control Z and Control Shift Z will go back and forth through your steps. They're undos. There's another way to do this is just go to Object, or go to File, or go to, sorry, let's see, what are we doing? File. Alright, I'm used to the Object, Arrange, Send to Back. Control-Shift-A will deselect it, and you can see we can do some eyeballs here. Control-Shift-A. Do another thing here. Control-Shift-A. Then I can hit Control, right-click, and then hit Join. And then I go over here, as I see this little guy selected. If I hit the letter X, I go back and forth. And then I can also hit Control, go to my little dropper tool here and fill in. Now you could say, well, these eyes are a little weird. They're, you know, I can go to your pencil tool here, hold it down and go to the smooth tool. You can smooth it up here. And you can also hit Control and hit plus plus or minus minus on your machine there, and it'll go up 100% to 200%. Now I'm going to hit Control Shift A. Maybe just put a little nose. Let me switch back to the pencil tool. I'll put a little nose here. Control Shift A. Control Shift A. Let me just do a little head here. Okay. Control Shift A. Do some ears. Control Shift A. Control Shift A. Okay. Now I'm going to hit Control. Actually, this is a good thing to do. I'm going to hit Control X. Look. I have everything selected. I'm sorry. I'm holding down Control and Shift when I did that. Okay, now I'm going to hit Control X. And I'm actually going to put this stuff on another layer. I'm not going to worry about that. I'm going to hit Control C. I'm sorry. Control V, which will paste it. Then I'm going to hit Control and pull this guy up here. And then I'm going to fill it in with yellow. And I'm going to hit Control Shift, and you have these little bracket things that are just right of the letter P on your keyboard. Those should send stuff back or forward. But seeing that ain't going to work because we've actually put it on a different layer, so we're going to have to do it that way and pull it down. Another quick tool that you can use is the Pathfinder tool. If you can't find it there, you just go to Window, make sure your Pathfinder tool is selected. Pathfinder tool, which I use a lot here, shape modes, expand, and as you can see, it completely put it as one piece. Control Shift A. Okay. Control Shift A. Okay. And real quick, I mean, you can do that with text too. You know, you can just sit there and put a little text tool. This guy's name is Larry. We have our text tool here. You want to go to character, it's the same thing where you go under Window. Make sure you're, well, maybe that's under, I don't know, by default it's usually out over here anyways. I'm going to pump up my point thing here. Oops, I need to have it selected. A lot of things. One thing you could do, I always like working in vectors, is when you can right click it and create outlines, and then you can take your free transform tool, hold down the shift, that'll keep the proportions, and then you can right click again and actually hold down the shift and ungroup it. I always hold down the shift again to do that. Use my free transfer tool. And let's just say for fun, I kind of want to make kind of a stupid script thing here. It really doesn't make any sense, but if I hold down Control Shift, I can select all these. That's a new one. Oh, it's because it's not a closed path. Let's see what we can do here. Maybe if we just... Alright, we won't do that. We'll worry about that later. But anyhow, you can probably try it in a box. I'm just talking about connecting letters here and using your Pathfinder tool and expand. This guy's connected, so when you switch off to you know, your colors and all that other stuff, you got alright. Well, I hit Control S to save it, but I'm going to hit Control W and just get out of here. Save changes? No, I'm not worried about it. Please join me in the following ones.